Hello, I'm Dana Andrews. I've got a secret.
I've Got a Secret, starring Gary Moore.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to another special edition of I've Got a Secret, this being our first show in the lovely month of June. Our entire show tonight will be a salute to marriage, which I am glad to announce that tomorrow my wife and I will celebrate 19 years good of. So, let's get on with our love and marriage program by introducing the members of our panel, and they are, as usual, I am happy to say, Bill Cullen, and Janie Bird Meadows, and Henry Bird Morgan, and Betsy Bird Palmer. That is our birdie panel. Now then, panel, you all ready for the orange blossom routine?
Yeah.
Let's have our first contestant then, please, if you will. Let's pull our microphones over and get together, and we'll do this thing. First of all, we'll start by finding out, please, sir, what your names are and where you are from.
This is Helen, and I'm Bob Sheehan. We're from Paxton, Massachusetts.
This is Mr. and Mrs. Sheehan of Paxton, Massachusetts. Now, Mrs. Sheehan, since you are sitting closest to me, I will ask you to whisper your secret to me, and we will reveal it to the folks at home. And be patient out there, because this is going to take a while. All right? Yeah? What? No. Yeah? And then? And then what? And finally? Family, as you can already gather, this is a one-couple spectacular. And I'll tell you that their secret is so terribly simple that I'm only going to give you each one guess, and you should be able to knock it off right like that. It concerns some things that happened during their wedding ceremony, and Bill, we'll start with you, one guess each.
Well, Gary, they're married. They look so young, they don't look like they've been able to be married long enough to have that big a secret that you just went through there. This thing that happened to you during your wedding ceremony?
One guess.
One of you, I hope, bolted and ran.
No. All right, that's $20 down. One guess, Jake.
They lost something like the ring or a garter or...
Bob, is that it?
No.
All right, that's $40
So
down,
easy.
40 to go. I'm surprised you haven't gotten it already, Henry.
You both fainted.
Both fainted? You're half right. So that's 60, and we go to Betsy. What?
You both got sick.
He said I was half.
Oh, that's right. One of you
The
fainted.
man.
No, the girl fainted.
Oh, panel, I can't tell you how surprised I am that you didn't get it. We've lost the $80. Here is what happened at their wedding. Her husband fainted. The best man fainted. The maid of honor fainted. And her mother broke the heel off her shoe. Mrs. Sheehan, I would like to ask you the question I know everybody is wondering. How did your mother happen to break the heel off her shoe?
Well, she was running up the aisle to revive my sister, Nancy Johnson.
Who had fainted?
Yeah. And she didn't even realize the heel was gone. She was going like this up and down the aisle. Horrible.
Well, how did this chain of circumstances start? Who did what first?
First of all, Gerard Honey, the best man, fainted.
Just out of nervousness.
I don't know why, but he did.
Who went next?
My sister-in-law, Nancy Johnson, the maid of honor.
She fainted. And then you?
And me.
You fainted.
He really fainted.
Yes, Sir Henry.
I want to ask a very unpopular question that may be being asked all over the country. Had anybody been drinking?
Probably if they had, no one would have fainted. But to show you that this did not cast any ill omen on their wedding, how long have you been married?
10 years.
10 years, and how many children later?
4.
10 years and 4 children. So maybe that's the way to do it. Mrs. Sheehan, here's your $80. Here are your 2 cartons of Winston's, and our congratulations on your fortitude with making things work out anyway. Now then, stand by for something quite special. Panel, I would like you to welcome, along with our audience, our next contestant, please. Will you come in, sir? Good evening. Will you have a seat?
What's that, Bud?
Have a seat, please.
You have to speak up, son.
Have a seat.
Alrighty.
I hate to draw this to your attention, but...
You have to speak up, son. I can't hear you.
You have a paper bag on your head.
I'm sorry, son, but you'll have to speak up. Can't you see I got a paper bag on my head? Nice and loud, boy.
All right, I'll get through to you. Panel, we're not going to tell you who this gentleman is. We're not going to tell you what his name is. We are simply going to ask him to whisper his secret to us. Sir, will you whisper your secret to me?
I'll try.
To help classify Mr. X's secret, tell you it concerns something that he did, and, Bill, we'll start with you. We left off with Betsy.
You said, Gary, at the beginning of the show that this had to do, because it was the month of June, with weddings and stuff like that.
Yep.
Did this thing, sir, that you have to do with somebody's wedding other than your own? That's not a good question.
Yep.
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 Was it a dirty trick?
Yep.
Let's leave the bloodshed.
You know, except for the voice, but I didn't know that couldn't be. Is it possible, sir, that through your good or bad offices, we'll leave this up to someone's imagination, you were instrumental in bringing two people together?
About repeating that, son?
Just a minute, I'll turn a hole in the bag here.
I don't even know if I remember that. Is it possible that through your bad or good offices, you were reasonably instrumental in bringing two people together who later were united in wedlock and the devil take the hindmost?
Let's not go through that again.
The answer would have to be,
Yep.
Yep. $20 Donna, $60 to go, and we go to Jane.
Would one of these people that you brought together be on this panel?
Uh-huh.
Well, I know it's not me because I remember who brought Steve and me together.
But
Is he still mad at
wasn't
him,
a fellow
too?
wearing a paper bag on his head, huh?
He wasn't wearing a paper bag, no. Is it Bill and Ann that this gentleman
That's it.
performed
Get
with
your
that?
mask off, Jack. This, of course, is Jack Narz, who is the master of ceremonies of the tremendously popular daytime television show Dotto. His secret is that he introduced Bill Cullen to his wife.
Gare,
I can make more money stay at home, you know. You guys are too smart.
Yes, Bill.
the paper bag wasn't familiar, but I recognized the tie. It's one of mine.
No, it isn't, Bill. I'm sorry. That's a Southern California tie.
Oh, well,
But it's one
isn't it?
like yours. It's true.
Jack, let me ask you a question. I know that Bill's wife, Ann, is such a beautiful girl. How does it happen that you didn't marry her yourself?
Well, it's true. Anne is a very beautiful girl, but it so happens that I had been previously married to her very beautiful sister, and I have very narrow-minded parents, and they don't dig bigamy and that sort of thing. So, you know.
So in this way, Jack and Bill are in-laws. I'm sure you would like to meet both Mrs. Cullen and Mrs. Narz. So Mrs. Cullen and Mrs. Narz, will you come out, please?
Take it off.
That's Mary Lou. Hi, Mary Lou. Mary Lou Narz, and this is Ann Cullen.
And they don't look at all alike.
Your money, Jack, thanks a million. We'll be watching you on Dotto. Mary Lou and Ann, many thanks.
Thanks, Gary. May I say, the next time I'm sacked, I hope it's as pleasant. Thank you, Gary.
very much.